Hello and welcome to this week's video. I hope I have my framing a little better than I did last week. That was a nightmare to edit. Apologies all around about last week. I thought something fun to touch upon for this week would actually be about my MAC custom birthday palette. I will link the video, it'll pop up in the cards here. Last year, for my birthday, I purchased a custom MAC palette, which was really just a bunch of single pan eyeshadows that I put in the medium-sized eyeshadow pan by MAC. And it's been quite a few months now. It's now at the 8-month mark of when I created this palette. I think it would be fun to do a video explaining what I've changed within this palette and also do a little tutorial with it. This is my MAC custom palette. You're gonna hear a lot of banging in this video. I'm filming this on July 1st, which is Canada Day in Canada, duh. And also it's the first of the month, which means it is moving day for a lot of people. Where I am in my building, I face the loading dock of a few buildings, so it's a loud day today. But at least there's no lawnmowers, because it's a holiday. Getting back into it. One of these eyeshadows is actually not MAC Cosmetics anymore, which is this top corner shade here. If you watch a lot of my content, you might recognize this shadow. This is my Sephora collection matte eyeshadow. The shade is 100 Snow, I believe. It just says 100 on the back, but I believe the shade name is Snow. Like most white eyeshadows usually have snow, clear, white. I was using Whiteout a lot by MAC, but I needed just a full-on true white matte, and I kept reaching for it in my large custom palette, and I just use this one so much more, so I shifted things around. You might notice there's some shades missing from my original video. These two shades I truly was not using. One of them is Joie de Glitz, and this one is Emerald, I believe. Emerald Cut. I really wasn't using. I genuinely don't know what I was thinking buying green eyeshadow anyways. I'm so into blue eyeshadow that I don't know what I was thinking going with green. Two eyeshadows have been taken out, and I've only talked about the one eyeshadow up here replacing it, but this is still the same number of eyeshadows that I had originally, so there has to be another eyeshadow in here that wasn't there before. Can you guess which one it is? I'll give you a second. It's this one. This is Coquette. I just depotted her today, so there is no magnet. I'm waiting for my partner to come back because hopefully the Dollarama is actually open. The magnets I own, like the one that is attaching the Sephora one, they're the wrong north-south for the pans that MAC uses, so I need to hopefully get a magnet. But right now I just have it really wedged. Like I have all my shadows pushed up into this corner to help hold Coquette in place. And I talked about Coquette in one of my recent YouTube videos. I cannot remember which one specifically, and I was talking about how I am obsessed with it. Coquette was an eyeshadow that I got sent in PR from MAC with the launch of the Dazzle Shadow Sticks, and I fell in love with it. But Coquette right now is only sold in the single compacts, and I was talking about how I need to depot it, and I was scared because I have a history of breaking things when I depot products, and I really didn't want to break Coquette because these single eyeshadows are much more expensive from MAC than when they're in the Pro envelopes. I pretty much have a very nude color palette if you were to look at it like this. But I do still have my pop of blue. This is Cobalt. I don't know about these two grays. One is Gray Stone, one is Scene. On the eye, on my skin tone, they look identical, so I still think one of these is gonna get replaced by something at some point. When that's going to be, I don't know, because I personally do not really reach for them to be used together. It's either one or the other. With like blending out and packing on, they look too similar for them to be in the same palette like this. That's the little update on the MAC color story. So let's get into doing an eye look today. I'm going to start with taking Cozy Gray on my crease area and just sweeping it into place. When I'm uploading this, it will be July 3rd, and I do have quite a bit of American followers, but I do have quite a bit of Canadian followers as well. I'm gonna go in with Coquette. Because of the politics below us, a lot of it has creeped into Canadian culture. We're a lot more connected than America thinks. A lot of our politics and crazies are one and the same. And a few years ago, it was global headlining news about the residential schools within Canada. And depending on when you went through the school system and what school system you belonged to, the news of residential schools was either brand new and shocking, or you knew about it. I am on the side of I knew about it. I learned about residential schools. I learned about the graves and the horrible history that the church forced upon everyone. And basically since that summer of the Kamloops site, Canada Day itself has been very strange because soon after we had the convoy protesting that was hijacked from an actual real concerned protest group but was turned into a extreme right-wing protest instead. So to have national pride in your country is not the same as, let's just reference childhood. And in my family, Canada Day, as an adult for a while now, like even pre-2020, was one of those things where it was either a family barbecue or just another day off. I've just taken Coquette to go on my lid and then to create my outer eye shape. I think I'm keeping it round again. I just posted a tutorial of a very rosy look and I kept things very round, and I think I want to do that again today. But yeah, it's Canada Day is one of those things where not everyone really celebrates Canada anymore because of the political environment. And if you are one of my American viewers, I am very interested in your opinion because of the horrible things that have been happening. I'm curious on what your July 4th plans will be because, like Thanksgiving, Canada Day, to my knowledge of where I'm from in the general Toronto area, Canada Day was never to the level of July 4th, ever. No friends, no family, no one took it that seriously. You maybe got a new shirt that had Canada, or you maybe had tiny little flags to like put in cups or planters around the garden for your barbecue, but that's about it. But I'm very curious, if you're American, how different is your July 4th now? Is it kind of the same thing where since 2016, the idea of July 4th has changed in a way? I don't know. I'm just curious. I don't know how much and how choppy this conversation is actually going to be. Certain topics the internet does not like being discussed, and politics is one of them. So I'm not going to talk about it any further than that. I'm going to switch the conversation now to keep it nice and lighthearted. If this was triggering to you in any way, I do apologize, but it's very hard to post online and not share or have your opinion be known. Moving on. Because Canada Day is a Tuesday for me, because Canada Day landed on a Tuesday, I don't think many people are doing big family things, but at the grocery store yesterday, I saw someone with a cart full of like 2-liter and 1-liter sodas. So maybe some people are going out to the beach and to the park and stuff, and I'm just here filming alone at home. My partner is out at the driving range right now, which is hilarious because he is not a golfer. He doesn't do sports at all, actually. I'm expecting him to come home and have a very sore shoulder and plop down in bed right over here and just nap for like 3 hours because it's a lot of twisting. It's a lot of a twisting motion that I feel like he doesn't really do anymore. I'm going to go in with my One True Love Shroom. I don't know if I mentioned it in my original MAC video, but Shroom was one of my first makeup products. Love Shroom. Shroom has a very special place in my heart, and when I repurchased the shade for this palette, it was like healing an inner part of me, because I can guarantee you how I used it when I was 13 is not at all how I am using it now. I couldn't find any photos of me using the products because, like every young millennial / old Gen Zer, you hit a certain teenage age and you just wipe everything clean because you hate every photo of yourself. I did that, so I lost a lot of that like ugly phase, which is natural. It's a natural part of your life, but I deleted a lot of those photos, so I don't have anything that I could possibly show to reference that I did wear makeup as a teenager at some point. It was not good makeup. I am now going to take, what do I want to do? Into Espresso with a smudgy brush. I love this brush. I wish Sephora still made it. This was from one of the very old Sephora kits, like the roll of brushes back when they were good. Maybe I should do a brush video. I feel like I don't have enough brushes to be able to have a solid opinion on them. Eyeshadow brushes are always, well, any brush actually, is always something that I know I need to purchase and kind of keep up with, but I want to buy makeup more. I want to buy makeup more than I want to buy a new brush. I'm just doing my 3/4 line on my eyes. That always helps keep them very, very open. And I am just smudging along my lower lash line as well. Again, 3/4, and giving that smudge line a little 1-2 with the fluffy brush we used with Coquette. On a clean brush, I'm going to take my one Sephora shadow and I'm gonna add it to my inner eye. Nice and blown out. Back in with our smudge brush and Espresso, we're going to go into the eye duct, and we're just deepening to break up all that bright white and cream that we have going on. And doing the inner eye, I do a lot more stamping motions, like you're just placing it where you want it to land, just because it's a very sensitive part of the eye and you don't want to create a lot of tears. You just want to keep, like, just place it. Just be very meticulous. It's a big word for Elmo. Take Les Artistes in the top corner here with my finger, and I just want it to go kind of like in between where Shroom and Coquette meet. And tapping it with our finger is gonna keep it a little bit more scattered because it's a very glitzy eyeshadow. It is a dazzle shadow, I believe. This is the eyeshadow look now with the palette only. I'm so excited for when my front section is finally long enough. Even without mascara, it's a very like 2010 Victoria's Secret. I put so much like volumizing powder in my hair today. It's very like bombshell. Now that I'm done being silly, let's keep it moving. I feel like glitter, so I'm going to finish this look, but this is what it looks like with just the MAC custom palette. But it's me, I love glitter, so I'm reaching for glitter. I'm going to take this shade by Cheer Yep. It is Crystal Glaze, and I'm going on the long bristle fluffy brush because I want that scatter, and I'm just placing it on the Shroom at the front of the eye. And then I'm taking Dreamland by Cheer Yep on my finger. This one is like a thick chunky mica. In my camera, these two look the exact same. They're completely different looking in real life. You can see on my finger the like thick mica that comes off. This is Dreamland, and I'm just gonna give my under eye a little bit of a glow. It is a duochrome, so when you turn your head, the purple disappears and reappears. It's very gorgeous. On a clean brush, I'm taking it again, and I'm just gonna go on the inner corner so that when I turn my head, not like I'm going anywhere, but if I were to turn my head in public, I would have that ethereal under eye switch. I think I'm gonna leave my waterline alone today, but if you were to add a red waterline, that would really grunge it up to a whole new level. You could do black as well to make it more sultry. You could do a cream or a white to really advance that 2010 look. I'm going to try a new mascara today. This is the Perez mascara. This is the waterproof Avocado waterproof mascara in the shade brown. I want to try it today. It smells like makeup. I got this sent to me a while ago, but I was just waiting for my current round of mascaras to start expiring before I opened it. We don't want to waste mascara. It reminds me a lot of Day Seal by Lancome. The wand is quite flexible, but the bristle part isn't. It's very stiff. With the mascara, without, on the top lash only. It's very pretty, very natural. I know on my channel, I'm very grungy, very different, very not colorful, but very like blue at least. Oh, I got it all over my eye. We're gonna test how well it flicks off. That's what I get for being distracted while doing mascara. I do the whole like clean girl vibe. I do that makeup. I tend to not really post it because it doesn't do super duper well, especially on YouTube, but I do it for when I have castings and callbacks and all that. This mascara, if you do that kind of makeup, would be very good. I do wear contacts, but I don't find that I have sensitive eyes. So for eye sensitivity, I am not the person to look to. Oh, it's a very gorgeous mascara. Besides the giant smudge of it that I have on my upper eye now. Let's test it out on the bottom. I love doing my bottom lashes, and if this smudges on the bottom lashes, then there's gonna be a problem. My lips are so dry. Apparently I'm very thirsty. Well, I have been talking for like an hour, so maybe that makes sense. It does not really like applying to the bottom lashes. Maybe because the formula is just a bit too dry, because it's waterproof, too waxy. It does not want to be put there. And it is quite chaotic looking on my eyes. Okay, I think that was a me problem. I'm gonna put it down that was a me problem. That was not the mascara's fault. This is the first time I'm using the mascara. I'm not going to be too judgmental on it, and I'm blaming me. That was me. Okay. Uh-oh. The good news is I touched it in my eye crease, so I didn't get it fully off, but it's off enough. I did get it in my contact on this eye though, as well. I'm putting it down to me. That was me. I'm going to put another mascara on top to see how it really behaves. LashClash in black. So this is the mascara being brown, but let's just see what happens. I've done the point of my video, so now we're just getting crazy with it. I'm getting distracted. I always take LashClash on a disposable wand because I hate the mascara wand that's in LashClash. The LashClash definitely grips way better to my lower lashes. I know LashClash smudges like crazy though, so I'm pretty much saying goodbye to this makeup look. It does not last on me at all, but having that Perez mascara underneath to like build on top of is really nice. Again, we got a little contact, but it's okay. Look at that. She's got lashes. Now, how do I look? I'm beautiful, stunning, and gorgeous. Thank you. My God, you're too kind. Okay, let me throw on a lip. Mascara all over my finger. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's not coming off. All over my lip with 05 Cool Rose from Colorgram. I haven't tried this shade yet. This is the new MAC Lip Glass Air formula. If you haven't seen my review on the pigmented version of these lip glosses, highly recommend you go watch that before you spend your money on this formula. Frosting today, and that is the very simple lip combo of the day because I'm staying at home. I'm not really doing anything. I had someone comment on TikTok about the MAC Lip Glass Air formula. Is pretty much a throw on and go kind of lippy, and I have to agree with that. It's not something that that feels like it's going to last for hours and hours on end, like the original lip gloss formula. But if you're looking for a MAC scented, it's the classic MAC scent lip gloss that you can just throw on and go or keep in the bottom of your purse for emergency hydration, then the Lip Glass Air is really nice for that. But the purpose of this video was for my eyeshadow. So let's take a final look at what I did. Very cute, very simple, date night, perfect. And that's pretty much what this palette that I created was meant to do. This is meant to carry me through castings, date night, throwing makeup on and running out the door. Like, that's what this palette is for me. And I'm feeling quite content with how it is looking now. Some of these eyeshadows like Cozy Gray and this white by Sephora are even starting to get pitting in it because I use it all the time. I love this palette. I hope that I will be able to do a third update on my birthday this year to see if I find a replacement for one of these gray shadows, because like I said, I don't use either of them enough for them to both be in this palette, and they both look too similar on the eyes to warrant them both being in this thing. So hopefully by my birthday this year, I'll be able to have a third update video, which I think would be very fun to do. That now concludes this week's video. I hope you liked it. I hope you found some inspiration within it. If you really liked this video, I would love if you could hit the like button. That way I know that you liked it. Otherwise, how am I going to know? While you are liking this video, you could hit subscribe if you liked me. That way I can pop up in your feed more often. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, which are both Claire Cuckoo as well. All the products I use on my face and surrounding me are in the description box down below of every video of mine, except last week. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!